mighty howitzers like a brick wall. That kick from Billy Starks. Look at that straight in the face. Starks, the leverage. And just sit hiding on her face.
Okay, now what's Billy doing here? What's she gonna do?
She's gaining creed.
She's trying to hit a home run here. That's what she's trying to do.
Headed to the stars up top in the ballpark. Billy Starks.
Calling her shot.
Textbook swanton from Billy Starks, and that is ball game at the ballpark. Billy Starks, welcome to GloryPro.
Enforcer Art Anderson, and a big left hand by the enforcer Art Anderson rocks Jerry Wyatt. Up and over and out of the ring goes Jerry Wyatt, courtesy of Ace Steel. Slice bread number 2 attempted by Vic Capri. Steel with a big shotgun drop kick sends Capri into the corner. Tagging to Rock Anderson. And a spike pile driver by Anderson and Steel onto Capri. We've got a cover 2 and 3. That'll do it. The winners of this matchup, Ace Steel and Rock Anderson, along with their manager for the evening, the enforcer Art Anderson.
Jackson's on his feet. Camaro Jackson has found a whole different level. Outlaw, staggered. Jackson waiting on him. He says this is all. Camaro Jackson, lariat. He rolls him over, center of the ring, count of 3. He's done it. Camaro Jackson is the Crown of Glory champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, 21 minutes, 27 seconds. Your winner by pinfall and the new Crown of Glory champion, the Quad Mother, Camaro Jackson.
He had to walk through the valley of darkness in this match to reach the promised land. Mike Outlaw threw everything at Camaro Jackson, and it just wouldn't be enough. Camaro Jackson would not say die. And because of that,
By himself, this could be it. Beautiful northern lights. What Steve here, shooting star press. Turned into a Boston Crab. Boston Crab, this is it. Wade's got to keep an eye out though for Moonshine. Where the hell is he at? This could be it. Fans telling Carrington to tap. Gonna be. Oh, and then Wade comes flying into your picture, launched into frame by Mantell to break up that Boston Crab. Ryder kind of losing control of this one. Oh, he's definitely lost control. He's gonna let it play out. Running food into a Alabama slam, and that might do it. And it does. What a combination there. Wow. Alabama slam, and the family picks up their first win with Carrington on board. With Carrington getting the pinfall, and you know Joe is gonna be loving that. Be a little bit extra in the envelope later in the evening for them. Come on, man.
Welcome to episode 28 of the I-70 Hot Tag, where we chat and promote local independent wrestling in both Kansas and Missouri. Our guest tonight is a very busy individual, having upcoming matches in both St. Louis Anarchy and CSW. He's one half of the United Glory Tag Team Champions. Anakin Murphy joins the show live. The I-70 Hot Tag had an amazing time at KCXW Destiny this past weekend. We'll break down the results and fill you in on what you may have missed if you weren't there live. Last but not least, we've got a couple video promos for CSW Vendetta, and we'll chat about our big match sponsorship. Don't go anywhere because the I-70 Hot Tag starts now.
This is the Kenny Alfonso.
I am Old Evil, that damn coyote, Christian, by God, Rose.
This is that boy, SK Bishop.
This is the premier superstar, Campbell Myers.
This is the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper.
This is the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, current, reigning, defending Impact World Champion. You're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
And now, CR Media presents the I-70 Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase, and the real Josh Elliott.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase, aka CR Media, here with another episode of the I-70 Hot Tag with my co-host, the real Josh Elliott. Josh, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Fantastic, man. What a weekend we had. We went to had a wrestling event, KCXW Destiny. We announced a match for CSW Vendetta. And on top of that, we announced another match sponsorship for said CSW event. What a weekend, man.
Absolutely. It was a fun weekend.
Yeah.
A little wild. So things are going to look a little different tonight, guys. We, as Josh has announced on the I-70 Hot Tag social medias, if you missed it, we have switched platforms. And we did this because there shouldn't be an excuse why when we very first started this podcast, the show, we were giving high quality interviews. And then here we are at episode 24. I mean, like counting back, episode 18, 20, 21. And the interviews were getting really shitty, depending on if the person had an iPhone or not. And we just think that's ridiculous. So we have made the switch. We are on StreamYard now. Like I said, it'll look a little different. We don't have a chat on screen, but there's two of us, and there's two of us enough to keep up with your guys' chats to get them on screen and get your questions in. So it's going to be like you're not even going to miss it. So it's not going to be any different than what you're used to seeing from us. So except people with iPhones are going to have better quality interviews now. So. So, guys, just going to get the brass tacks out of the way. As you guys know, we are live on Twitch, twitch.tv/CRmedia1988. We're also live on YouTube and Facebook on the I-70 Hot Tag. So please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never, ever miss anything from the I-70 Hot Tag or CR Media. And as you can see on my tag, guys, it's at CR Media 1988. And if you look me up on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of those, you will see that it is at CR Media 1988 on all of those social medias. Huge shout out to anybody who goes and follows on TikTok. We are about 70, maybe a little less than 70 away from being 1,000 on TikTok. And, the goal is to hit 1,000 so we can go live on TikTok. Josh, let everybody know why we would want to go live on TikTok.
Because we want to saturate that market.
That is correct. That is correct. So that's all the places you can find me. Josh, my good friend here, runs the I-70 Hot Tag social medias. So, Josh, why don't you let them know where they can find the I-70 Hot Tag on social media, and let them know where they can find you personally on social media.
Yeah, man. So pretty much any social media platform you can think of, the I-70 Hot Tag is there. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're live on Facebook, TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We are definitely we got a little bit later start than CR Media did on the TikTok channel. So we need about 800 on our TikTok channel. So those of you who are following CR Media, head on over to the I-70 Hot Tag. We're posting promo videos. We're posting local wrestling news. So we're over there pretty active on that channel as well. As far as personal guys, the real Josh Elliott, you can follow me on the same platforms as there. But again, that's just my personal account. So the wrestling content, the I-70 Hot Tag, go check us out and like, share, subscribe on all those channels.
Absolutely. And if you are watching on Twitch, like I think Jake Boss 45678 is, if you hit exclamation point Discord in the chat on Twitch, it'll bring up the link to the Discord. If you haven't already joined CR Media's Discord, I highly recommend doing so. We're having a blast in there. And then exclamation point CR Media will bring up my link tree, so you don't have to remember the very easy hashtag or handle of @CR Media 1988. You can just click the link tree and follow on there. Same thing with the I-70 Hot Tag, exclamation point I-70 Hot Tag. We'll bring up the I-70 Hot Tags link tree so you can just go automatically follow everywhere you need to be on there. Now that all that is out of the way, did want to take an opportunity to thank last week's guest on the Hot Tag, who we saw this past weekend, El Diablo. You can find that on our YouTube channel. You can also find the I-70 Hot Tag on all podcast networks such as Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. Just so you can go back and watch all those interviews that we had. Josh, I think we've got all that out of the way now, sir. Do you want to introduce our guest tonight?
Absolutely, man. So we have a very special guest tonight, guys. He's like we posted on our social medias. He is a very busy man. He's going to be making his CSW debut on November 5th for Vendetta Wrestling Scott Tyler. He's going to be at St. Louis Anarchy Mega Ticket. He's one half of the United Glory Tag Team Champions. We have guest Anakin Murphy.
How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty okay. How are you?
Fantastic. We appreciate you taking the time to join us tonight, Anakin. And the whole point of these shows, man, is for us and our viewers to get an opportunity to kind of get to know you a little bit more, kind of get you more exposure out there. Whatever little bit we can do to help. So Anakin, kind of leading into that, I always kind of start off every single one of these interviews I do and say, tell us, who is Anakin Murphy?
Anakin Murphy, I guess the character of Anakin Murphy is real sad and real angry all the time. Like, he has a nickname of Death Wish, so that could tell you a lot. But I guess me as a person, I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty laid back. I'm definitely not what my character portrays. I'm usually pretty spunky and happy, which is weird.
I like it. So, tell our viewers kind of how, start off with how you first became a fan of professional wrestling and then kind of transition into how you broke into the business.
Okay. So I was I think 6 or 7 years old, and my dad bought me, because my dad's always been a fan of wrestling ever since he was a kid. So I think he bought me some game for the Wii. I think it was SmackDown versus Raw 2008, and like that was like my first exposure to wrestling, and ever since then it's like I haven't went a day without watching wrestling, like for however many years. And eventually, like I wasn't, and I didn't want to be a wrestler until I was about like 13, 14. And that's whenever like I found a local pro wrestling show, and I was like, whoa, this, like, to me, local pro wrestling didn't exist until then. And like I waited till I was 16, found a school, had some like rough beginnings in training. Like it didn't really go the way that I expected it or even wanted it. But once I started wrestling and really like getting out there and finding people like Gary J and Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, who really took me under their wing, especially Gary, like wrestling's became really, really fun.
It's awesome.
So, Anakin, I really hate to start this interview off with kind of like a downer question, but I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about it. I'm sure you're well aware. GloryPro announced that they're going to be closing, and December is going to be their final show. Josh and I have been fans of GloryPro since NWL folded. So, from a fan's perspective, it's gut wrenching for me, man. Like for Kansas City wrestling. So, I wanted to ask what the feeling has been like as a performer. You've had some memorable moments there. Last time you were there, you leaped into my lap and kind of like stood there for a little bit until somebody came and got you. So always kind of doing crazy stuff like that, entertaining the crowd. So kind of tell us your thoughts of your thoughts when you saw the news about GloryPro closing.
I didn't know that was you that I leaped into. That's cool. No, like it sucks to see any promotion really close. Like from a fan's perspective, like you could be like watching it and be like, man, I really enjoy this, never want to lose it. But I don't know. Can I? Is it okay if I like cuss on here? Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Cool. Like shit happens. I think Journey coming to an end will be a good thing down the line. I mean that like the best way possible. Like people will look on the history of GloryPro and be like, that was really, really fun. And those are really fond memories. I think fans and wrestlers alike. I really started to find my footing in Journey. That Lemonade Park show, like the reaction I got whenever I came out and even wrestled, like it was such an amazing feeling. And like despite only working 3 shows with Journey, I've had a blast the entire time, and I cannot wait for the December show.
Yeah, we can't either. Chase and I'm sure we're going to do everything possible to be in attendance for that night. We weren't there at the first show, but we've been there for a lot of shows, and we hold GloryPro in high regard. They were there when like I said, when NWL folded, and they've kind of held that standard, and it was kind of gut wrenching for both of us to hear that news for them closing down. So, we did kind of start off on a downer, but I'm kind of lift things up here a little bit. You're part of one of the most renowned teams now in the Midwest, Grindhouse. And you play a pivotal role in the team because now you're one half of the United Glory Tag Team Champions. With Spitfire Davey Vega. Tell us about your time so far in GloryPro and what it was like to win the tag titles with Davey.
All that's really surreal. Like even like things don't really hit me until like way later, and like not joking, like last week it kind of hit me like because I have the title on like a TV stand, and I looked at it and I just stared at it for a while, and I'm like, wow, I really fucking have that, which is really cool. Because like I used to ref before I was a wrestler, and I was like setting up rings and stuff. And I went to Glory a lot while I was setting up and not even wrestling yet. And like watching the show, it was like this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to be a part of. So wrestling for Glory and even winning a title in like my second match for the company was insane. And it was such a good feeling. And I really hold Glory near and dear to my heart. And I'm really like privileged to have a title, and even more privileged to be in a trio with legitimately the best tag team this country has to offer. And people may get mad at that, but that's okay, because Fitchett and Vega are undeniable. And like seeing them become the besties, and then the besties adding a young Anakin Murphy that is not on their level and becoming Grindhouse, it's been awesome. It's been such a good time.
Love it. And repping Grindhouse tonight. So
yeah, I saw that. It's badass.
Love it, man. Yeah, we I was a big fan of the besties back when they were in NWL and even before then. But when they turned to Grindhouse, it's like they turned a new gear, and they are on another level now, and as well as you.
Yes, especially Vega. Vega's having the best singles matches of his whole career. Like every match that he's had is awesome.
His St. Louis Anarchy matches, especially,
they're insane.
Like you're right. He's having great matches, but those Anarchy matches are just like. Do you know what it reminds me of? Like, and in no way, shape, or form am I saying that like. So I'm not saying like Vega and this wrestler are even anywhere. It's like apples and oranges, but Vega's terror in St. Louis Anarchy reminds me of Kurt Angle's 2006 reign. I don't. Is that before your time, Anakin?
Yeah, I could see that. Anarchy is also another place like that's basically my home at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about GloryPro. So you've got a big match coming up at the Relentless. You and Vega defend the tag titles against Team Busty. Is this your first time working with Effie and Alley Catch? And what can we kind of expect from Grindhouse in that match?
Yeah, it will be my first time wrestling Effie and Alley. I haven't really known them for too long. I know Effie and I like follow each other on social media for like a long time and just kind of like each other's stuff sometimes. But that'll be a really cool match. What you can expect from Grindhouse is we're just gonna beat the shit out of them.
There you go.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I want to pause here, guys. So to start off the show, we saw call out some of the viewers here. Beckerman's on YouTube. Appreciate you joining in. Jake Boss over on the Twitch. What's going on, Jake? Dean Houston, he's there. If you guys have any questions for Anakin Murphy, I know the chat is not on the screen. Like we said, we did switch over to StreamYard. If you've got questions, please type in the chat. We will see them all, and you will be shown on the screen as you type. So be sure to submit those in. So Anakin, remember the 5th of November. You're going to make your CSW debut at Vendetta on November 5th, and your opponent is Scott Tyler. Yeah. So we've seen Scott a few times in the past. Extremely fun matches we've seen of his. You know, I wanted to ask you with kind of the history of the original CSW, and now it's back, just absolutely killing it. You know, what are your thoughts and feelings of getting the opportunity to kind of debut for such an illustrious company, and what can we expect from Anakin on November 5th?
CSW is a really cool place. Kind of going back to Journey, like since Journey Pro is closing, people in Kansas City and like Missouri and I don't really know how the border, like how close they are. I assume pretty close, right?
Yeah, CSW runs on the Kansas side, and Journey's typically on the Missouri. Yep.
Yeah, like people still have CSW, and they're still going to deliver really good shows like they have been. Like wrestling Scott Tyler's would be real fun. He's very like new into his career, and I know I have a promo on my phone that I'm going to edit up and release saying like further thoughts about this match with Scott. But I'm excited to give Scott a real good match, and I'm gonna bring it, and I hope he does as well.
Yeah, we're super excited for that. We sponsored the last CSW event. Now this one we're sponsoring one of the matches, so we're definitely going to be there and super excited to see you there for the first time. But let's talk about St. Louis Anarchy. On November 19th, you and Anthony Henry were on the first graphic announcing the event. So talk to us about St. Louis Anarchy and the upcoming clash between you and Anthony.
Like I mentioned earlier, St. Louis Anarchy has really become a new home for me. It's like behind the scenes, like Anarchy is like where I feel the most comfortable at, like locker room wise and just like myself wise. I don't really I have a lot of like anxiety towards shows a lot, but Anarchy, I just feel like I can be myself, and it's really welcoming, and it's one place that has given me a lot of really cool opportunities like this Anthony Henry match, and it's without a doubt the biggest match that I have to date at the moment. Like, Anthony's been to NXT, he's wrestled all over the country, he's wrestled legit some of the best in the world, so it's going to be a real test and a challenge for me. And like, I'm already really fucking nervous about it, but I feel like it's going to go really, really well, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, you guys are gonna kill it. I hope that, I'm not sure what happened with the last Anarchy show. They normally stream their shows on Twitch, and they had some issues, I guess, with their Twitch streaming. Yeah. I really hope that they get this. They continue to do that, because I can't. That's one of the matches I'm looking forward to. Obviously we're going to get the Gary J and Derek Neal too, that we'll talk about later in the show. But you against Anthony is going to be fantastic. I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah, thank you.
No problem. So hey, we do have a question from the chat from Dean Houston. So he wants to know: do you prefer tag matches over singles matches, and does that matter to you?
I feel like both matches offer something different. I feel like every match offers something different, but I think those two matches offer like a new story and a new structure for fans. I honestly prefer singles matches, because they're just the most fun to me, and they're the most challenging, and I like challenges. But tag matches are also really fun. But for me, I prefer singles matches.
Nice. All right. So Anakin, if you were signed to, say, AEW or WWE tomorrow, and you could pick your first feud, who would you pick? Who do you think you could have a good story with on the mainstream?
That's kind of a loaded question. I'm gonna do both NXT, well, WWE and AEW, if that's cool.
Okay. Yep.
I think if I were to get signed to AEW and like I get to pick my first feud, it would definitely be with Malachi Black, if and when he comes back. Because Malachi is so good, and like everything he does in the ring and out of the ring, like, it's marvelous. With WWE, I'll have to go with Sami Zayn. Because Sami Zayn has been like, people don't give Sami Zayn his flowers as much as they should, because he is really good, and he's one of the best wrestlers on that whole roster.
Yep, I agree. Brian J. Bebe, he commented it's going to be a killer match. I believe that was in reference to your St. Louis Anarchy match. So yeah. He's excited for it. Chase, I think you got a you good?
Yeah.
All right. You're ducking off screen, so I'm just making sure you're all right.
Yeah, no, I was fixing my microphone real quick.
Oh, you're good.
So, Anakin, as we wind down here, man, I want to ask you, what other ventures, bookings do you have going on in the next few weeks?
I have TWE in Chattanooga this Saturday, which, like, I think I'm going to be in the South a lot more, which is really cool. I have a really big booking on Sunday, but I don't want to say what it is yet. But either they will announce it or I will by the end of the week. But that's going to be really big. I have Fright Night. I haven't announced for it yet, so maybe I'm going to get in trouble for saying it. But I have Fright Night next week, which is Mouse Wrestling. Like Mouse and Billy Starks putting on a show. I have Second Wrestling in Chicago next Thursday. And then I have GloryPro the Relentless with Bussy on next Sunday. So yeah, that all, like, October has been stacked. October has been the best month that I've ever had in wrestling.
That's awesome. We kind of talked off screen. This is kind of an off script question. Do you normally, I know you said you're going to Tennessee and stuff like that. Kind of talk to us and kind of how broadened your traveling has been since joining wrestling. Are you just in the Midwest or have you traveled anywhere else?
I've traveled to 13 states altogether. I think like the farthest I've traveled is New Jersey. I've been to like North Carolina and Tennessee and Texas in the South. So like I'm really wanting to go like all over the country, and I have like pretty much Gary J to thank for pretty much all of my out of state bookings, because he really helps me out and he's a fucking dude.
Yes, he is. Chase, I think we got a chat question.
Yeah, Brian J. Baby wants to know what song or music do you listen to before a match to get you pumped up?
I'm usually like into like pop punk and Midwest emo stuff. I like to listen to that before matches. Anything really Joyce Manor. Joyce Manor is my favorite band, and their album Never Hunt Over Again is my favorite album of all time. So I don't really listen to anything like super heavy. It's usually just like emo songs or Joyce Manor. And I usually just put it on my phone and like leave it in my bag while I'm getting my gear on, or like just going through like motions in my head about like what I'm about to do and just stuff like that.
Nice. Is there anywhere other than at the events that we could buy Anakin Murphy merchandise?
Yeah, I have a pro wrestling tees. And I released 2 new designs not too long ago, and they're pretty fucking cool designs. So I have a pro wrestling tees.
Nice. Do we just search up Anakin Murphy on there and they'll pop up?
Yeah, it should. It does for me, at least, whenever I go and buy my own stuff.
Right on.
And Anakin, can you tell our viewers where they can find you on social media, sir?
Yeah, I have Anakin Sad Murphy on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know my actual Facebook username, but if you search up Anakin Murphy, I'm bound to show up. Plus on YouTube, I'm Anakin Murphy on YouTube as well.
Yes, go check out his YouTube, guys. That's I pulled some of those clips I pulled on the intro video. Got from his YouTube page, so go check that out. Great stuff.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Great stuff. So that kind of wraps things up, Anakin. Okay. We're extremely excited to see you at CSW. We're going to be there live. We were in Glory in St. Louis last month in GloryPro, so we got to see you there as well. But we're extremely excited to see you at CSW. Kind of how we like to end these interviews is I'm sure you heard the intro where the different interviewees have said different introductions. We like to end every interview and asking our guests to kind of say, this is Anakin Murphy, and you're watching the I-70 hot tag. Kind of turn on the gimmick a little bit.
Okay.
And do it. If you want to do that, we will we'll take ourselves off screen, kind of make you full screen, and then once you get there, you can go ahead and do it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take my hat off so my hair can be in my face.
All right. We will we'll move off, and you can go whenever.
This is Death Wish, Anakin Murphy, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag Podcast.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, keep killing it, man. We'll see you on November 5th.
Cool. Hell yeah.
All right, buddy.
Have a good night, sir.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Let's fix that. Yep.
There we go. Since we don't have a chat on the screen anymore, that I don't like that. I don't like that like slim
zoomed in
view.
look.
Yeah. But So had to bust out the interview mic because
Man, that mic is good. You gotta look it up because
Well, I don't think there's an issue, or I don't think there's a setting for it because there's no like settings on the actual microphone, and it didn't come with any software. So I think that's one that I'll be able to use when I get my room situated, and I'll get like some sound padding on the walls to where it's just me picking up me. It's not picking up all this outside noise. So yeah, it's a super nice mic. But
it sounded great. It just it had picked up everything. Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunate, but that's all right. So I've got this one, and I've got another one too. I've got like 3 or 4 different mics now. So
there you
go. Guys, we appreciate you sticking with us during the interview. That was Anakin Murphy, Grindhouse member. Anakin Murphy, talking to us about the upcoming CSW event, talking to us a little bit about St. Louis Anarchy, GloryPro, Journey Pro. So that was, like I said, check that out if you missed it on the video on demand or when it gets released on the podcast. Usually after this, guys, we take a 5-minute intermission to kind of, use the restroom, get a drink. If you can, watch the intermission video because you're going to see a lot of upcoming wrestling events here in the Kansas and Missouri area. So definitely tune into that.
I got a teaser before we go to this break.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the teaser is
tonight we're going to announce a very special guest for Monday's edition of the Pit Stop. So do not go anywhere. We are going to do that right after break.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys in 5. Kansas City has a new name in the pizza game. You Want a Pizza Meat is Kansas City's only pro wrestling themed pizza food truck. Located across from the Black Box Theater in the West Bottoms, You Want a Pizza Meat is dedicated to serving delicious flame-grilled pizzas named in homage to pro wrestling. Come try the High Flyer, El Luchador, Greener Than Grass, and their newest bestseller, The Undertaker. Regular and vegan options are available. They're also dedicated to getting you to eat your healthy vegetables with their selection of salads. Look for the big man in the luchador mask. Follow them at You Want a Pizza Meat KC on social media. Kansas City is a top pro wrestling city, and You Want a Pizza Meat is your spot for knockout, top-of-the-card pizza. Come get some. Chase, can you hear me? You are muted, sir. Welcome back to the I-70 Hot Tag. Appreciate you sticking around. If you missed it, we just had Anakin Murphy on the show. He had a fantastic interview. We talked about St. Louis Anarchy. We talked about CSW. And I can hear you now, Chase. You're good. Appreciate you guys sticking around during the break. If you guys watched that video, we have a lot of good independent wrestling coming to both Kansas and Missouri. And guys, there's a lot of good stuff in our area. So if you guys can make it out to any one of our local events, whether you're in Western Kansas and Dodge City, that MSW was just at Mid-States Wrestling. If you're in Kansas City, if you're in Columbia, if you're in St. Louis, if you're in Cape Girardeau, Springfield, there's something for everybody. And there's a lot of stuff coming up in the next month or so. So go out there and support them, guys. That's what we're here for. We're going to promote all of our local independent wrestling in Kansas and Missouri. That's what the I-70 Hot Tag is all about.
Absolutely. I am really, really mad. I was like all hyped and I was doing it, and then you said something about sound, and I was like,
well, I started turning my volume up. I said, is my volume off or something? But yeah.
I forgot I switched mics.
So,
so we have a very special announcement right now. Our show on Monday that we do that we haven't done in a few weeks. We've kind of taken some breaks. Josh and I have kind of said multiple times in the past, and I'll kind of reiterate that the pit stop was never meant to be an every Monday show. It's just, we had been so busy that the pit stop essentially wound up being an every Monday show. So we took a couple weeks off, and as as we reach out to wrestlers to do interviews and everything, we want to make sure that we're accommodating them and their schedule, and doing what's best for you guys, because we love doing the live interviews for you guys. Josh and I will both attest that we're not a huge fan of recording the interviews. I'd much rather do them live with you guys. So, that's why we kind of leave that open is, hey, if a Thursday night doesn't work for a guy, we want a Monday to be open to him, to make that available. So this Monday, we have a very special guest. We have had his partner on before, but now we have him on, and that is one half of the tribe, the other Howlett, Anaya Howlett. So, funny story. We actually reached out to Anaya first, and actually wound up, just his schedule and our schedule. Nothing was able to match up at the time. So, if you guys remember, we got Hoodie on. But this time we're gonna have Anaya on, so we're super excited about that. So check in Monday night, guys. I-70 Hot Tags Facebook page, I-70 Hot Tags YouTube page, and of course twitch.tv/crmedia1988 live on Monday night. You guys can check that out. It's gonna be lots of fun. So
I cannot wait to talk to Anaya, because since we've talked to the Premier, the P-Boys, they came on the show, and they, especially Campbell, came on and spouted off at the mouth, and were very, they didn't hold anything back when we asked them about the Howletts. And then they posted a video in Central States Wrestling. If you follow their Facebook page, go follow them, because they've been posting all the promos leading up to Vendetta. But one of the very first ones was about the Premier. And if you remember back at the Horseman Country, the Howletts laid out a challenge to the Premier. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Chase, it was a dog collar match, right?
That is correct.
They challenged the Premier to a dog collar match to end it all. It's done. We're ready to move on. And the Premier, somehow, with the help of that damn Roscoe Leach, got the night off. And they completely ducked out of that match with the Howletts. And I can't wait, man. Monday is going to be fun. We're going to let Anaya. I may even pull a couple clips from Campbell's rant on the Howletts and show Anaya and let him completely respond to it live in real time. So I'm excited for it, man. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Did you see one of the last interviews? Did you see Mighty Micah's today?
I did. And
did you see Roscoe washing dishes? Is that because Arjun Singh walked out without paying?
Probably.
Yeah.
That was great storytelling. Storytelling. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We got a comment in here from we got a couple comments.
Yeah.
Beckerman says, I've been to the last 2 CSW shows. I want to hit some of the other promotions. Yep, absolutely. We were right there with you, Beckerman. We were kind of like CSW heavy for a little bit, and then wanted to make our way out to some other ones. So not just GloryPro and CSW. So we went to we've been to GloryPro. We've been to KCXW.
Yep.
There's another one we've been to, isn't there?
No, there's not, but there will be on November 4th.
Yeah.
We'll talk about a little bit later. UUCW. We're going to be heading out to Wichita.
Absolutely. And then Papa Kenway said, Anakin spent a summer helping me in concessions at St. Louis Anarchy when they were at the Elks Club. He was a hard worker then, now, and always. That's badass to hear, man. I love to hear that. Brian J. Bebe says he is such a great kid, Papa. I've talked to him a few times.
Yes. Yes, man. What a great interview. I love the interview. I can't wait to pull this out and start clipping the interview and posting it on social media. It was fun. It was fun. I can't wait to see him on the 5th.
Absolutely. So speaking of KCXW, this was Josh and I's first KCXW event this past weekend, KCXW Destiny. Josh kind of talked to us about, that, kind of our experience from that weekend.
Yeah. So, before we kind of get into, I want to break down the entire event because it was a fantastic event. We're going to go match by match. But before we do that, I've already posted it on our TikTok page. So if you don't follow us there, go post it or go follow us there because I've already posted this video. It's all of my video clips that I took while in attendance there at KCXW at Soccer Nation. I'm going to play it with you guys, play the video here tonight that you guys watch it. It's basic. It's not every match, so I apologize. It's just kind of the short video clips that I posted, but we're going to play that here and then we'll kind of break down the card. So let me pull that up real quick. Here we go.
What? Hello?
There we go. We're good now.
Okay. I was going to say it was tons of fun. And you know what I really liked about that? I really liked the family atmosphere it had. Like when you walk in, there's like a group of kids, like, because like it's on the soccer or the hockey field, whichever. And there's a group of kids, over there hanging out, running around, kicking each other and fake wrestling each other. Then you got a couple of wrestlers tables, not very many. But like it's kind of weird. It just seemed like a small carny event almost,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a blast, man. Like, we walked in there, and then the ring's kind of set up right in the middle, like you said, in the middle of the AstroTurf of the soccer field, and they had the entrance where they walked out with a big giant television screen, and it had a pretty cool feel to it, honestly. And we'll get into the event here in a couple seconds, but just kind of overall, I couldn't be happier with our experience, honestly. Like I had a blast, and every match kind of had us on our edge of our seat. And from the beginning, the pre-show match, which we'll talk about, to the main event, man. KCXW, I'm definitely not going to be able to pass up your next big event, because that was I had a blast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's before we get into this, let's kind of we got to remember here, we don't have an on-screen chat, so we want to bring in some chat here. We got Beckerman from YouTube. I'm not originally from Iowa, but funny enough, one of my best friends, his daughter's actually wrestles for St. Louis, Illinois. Rain Victoria. Did I say that right? Rain Victoria. Nice. She used to wrestle for GloryPro pre-pandemic. And oh damn, I didn't know when she was in Dubec. She would occasionally come back, do shows with SCW. So go ahead, Chase. Like let's kick this thing off. Like we had I think we had 7 matches on the main card and 1 pre-show match. Let's kick this thing off here.
Yeah, that pre-show match was that Halloween Battle Royal. And that was, it was lots of fun. Shylin, who is a past guest of the I-70 Hot Tag, she was in that Battle Royal, and she was dressed as a pig, or it wasn't like a pig. I think it was like not Better Call Saul, but is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a cow.
Yeah. It wasn't. No, I said a horse, asshole.
Or horse, my bad.
Yeah, I said a horse.
But yes, it was it was definitely a pig, and we had a pig. We had what do we have?
The Grinch.
We had the purple Teletubby.
The purple Teletubby, which was Hard Luck Hal.
Hard Luck Hal, yep. Who else do we have in there? We had a bunch of characters. God, we had many more, guys. It was just that's how it started. That's how our KCXW experience. That's our first event, and we saw everybody coming out in costume.
I should have called Luigi Primo to come out there and fuck all of them up.
Should have, man. Should have. But that was super fun. I really wish that I would have, took some video, man, because I didn't start taking a video until the first regular match, which we'll go into right now. Shylin, the first match of the main card of Destiny was Shylin and Captain Shabam defeated Alan Jones and Shannon Jr. Now, let's circle back to Captain Shabam, or Shabam, however you want to say it. Pretty sure that is, and I don't want to ruin the kayfabe here. Pretty sure that was the referee, one of the referees that was there, Adam. Almost 100% sure that was him.
Almost, yeah.
I can't confirm that 100%, but if it wasn't him, they have somebody back there that has the same exact body stature, and but he did really well, honestly. I mean, I don't know, I've seen the pictures of him at the XWC, and so I don't know if he's training to be a wrestler or not. I've only seen pictures, so I don't know how involved he is with actually in-ring work, but I mean, he did pretty good. I mean, Shylin tagged in, and he came in and the hot tag, she got the hot tag, and he came in and kind of cleared house a little bit, and then Shylin came in and got the win, and she pinned Alan Jones. So Pretty fun opening match. And it was the first time you and I have got to see Shailene wrestle live.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was definitely fun. And I didn't think about it till you just said the pig from Saul. That's what it is. Did I say Saul or did I say okay? I said Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, we did say Saul. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dean.
Don't.
I think I've seen maybe half of one of those Saul movies. Half. Yeah.
I stopped. I mean, I did not. I stopped watching them after a while, but I did watch the first 20.
10.
No, I don't know.
All right. So then we had Ready to Smash against Dirty Deeds, Daniel Maxon, and Hard Luck Hal Rogers.
Yep. Hard Luck Hal Rogers.
Yep.
That was a fun match. Again,
it was. Somebody went through a table, and then he
poor Shannon Reed went through a. We didn't see it. We heard it because it was on the other side of the ring from us, and we're kind of second row, and we heard it. He went through, and we heard the crunch, but.
Yep. And then he had some help come out and get him, and then it was Jay Savage by himself for a little bit, and then he came back out and they picked up the win, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. Jay Savage was pretty cool to see Jay wrestle live. So never, obviously seen this stuff on the internet, haven't watched him live, but it was pretty cool to see him live. So yes, Dean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One of our most viewed, most tune in viewer, I guess. I don't know how to say that, but we do appreciate you tuning in, and it was very nice to meet you guys finally in person, you and Casey both. And it was fun times. We can't wait to we'll definitely see you out at either another KCXW or New Breed or somewhere. We'll definitely be seeing you guys out there. So the last match before the intermission was a title match, and it was a new title that they just introduced called the Season of Excellence Championship, and they had the Clay Huna taking on Tobias Storm. So I want to point this out, man. Tobias Storm is just oozes charisma. Dude,
yeah.
He reminded me of I don't know how to describe him. He's a heel, obviously, so he kind of reminds me of a Jeremy Wyatt, who he just spouts off at the crowd the entire match, and he's a hell of a worker, man. That was I didn't know what to expect from either one of these guys, and I was extremely impressed from both of them. But the way Tobias kind of, I hope I'm saying that right, because he will definitely correct me if he's listening to this, but the way he kind of handled the crowd booing him and kind of spouting off and making everybody hate him and boo him, it was fantastic. A fantastic worker. And the Clay Huna just kind of worked with it and worked over the crowd as from a face completely opposite of Tobias, kind of getting the crowd behind him. And he ended up getting the victory, and he is the first ever KCXW Season of Excellence champion. So extremely, that was in my opinion, that was one of the best matches on the card. From start to finish, the way they got the crowd involved, both of them did. It was fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. And I was going to say both talented, but literally, when we got to this match, I literally had in my head this talk about Tobias Storm oozing charisma. So when you said it, that's why I was laughing. Because I was like, that you took the words right from me. And that kid's got it.
Yep.
I mean, they always talk about it, and I'm open. I'm open to like Tobias, for example. He's short. If that kid was 3-4 inches taller, he'd be a star. I mean, they'd come put letters in his mailbox being like, "Hey, come to Orlando, try out,"
Yep.
blah blah blah. I mean, like you look at guys like that, and you can always tell like he's short, but God, dude, if he wasn't short, he'd be on somebody's fucking television right now.
Yep.
Like, I mean, yeah, he definitely had it, and it was such a great match. And I loved the guy's character because he played like that tribal Samoan character, but he didn't.
That's a good one. Nobody can see what Chase is laughing at. There you go.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, the other guy, he played that character so well, and it wasn't like your usual drawn out like there's a lot of great Samoan talent in professional wrestling, right?
Yep.
And at some point, like they all kind of gravitate towards the badass Samoan character, the badass Samoan gimmick. They all always have. This was kind of different, man. It was like, he came out, he acted like he didn't speak English. He wore a lot of like tribalism stuff, and like I said, it was different. So it was good different.
Yep.
So yeah, I would absolutely stand by that statement that was probably match of the night, if not, right there tied.
I agree with you, and I'm going to move on to the next match. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because we're talking about match of the night. They went to intermission. They did the giveaway for Halloween costume for adults and kids. We kind of sat around and watched that, which is fantastic. Loved it. They gave the kids to a kid who was probably 2 maybe.
She couldn't. Yeah, oh my gosh, she was cute as a button, dude. She probably. I mean, she might not have been 2. She might have been like 18 months.
Yeah, she's barely walking. And then they did the adult one as well. They did the adult one first, and the kids one second. But and shout out to Jay Savage's son, who was a character from Stranger Things. I'm not
Eddie
sure.
Munson.
Eddie Munson.
Yeah.
And he got a huge ovation. And then I could see the 18-month-old get put in the ring, and I'm like, oh, there's the winner.
Yeah, there's the winner. Yeah.
Like, no matter what, like, he got a huge ovation, but she got even bigger. Just cute, like I said. But anyway, that was part of the intermission. So when that was done, we got up to go in line to get a drink, to get some food. And while we were in line, the 6-pack challenge started. So we weren't in our seats. We didn't, we were watching it from afar through the plexiglass soccer arena. And by the way, these guys were, I saw destroyers. I saw, high risk maneuvers, and I wish I didn't get up to go get a drink, because that match could have, it may have been the best match of the night athletically, because, man, these guys put it all on the line, and James Moore ended up getting the win. And like I said, man, like from afar, it looked like a very high intensity, high paced, very high athletic match. And he got the win. And like I said, I saw the very, very end of it. and I wish I would have sat there for the entire match because it looked fantastic from afar. Did you get to see? I don't know if you saw much of it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw about as much as you did. I mean, because we were up at the thing getting food. Which, by the way, I paid for 2 tacos and only fucking got 1. So I'm a little pissed off about that.
Yeah, and I told you to say something, but you said I didn't want to wait another 15 minutes. So
yeah,
exactly. Dean knows what we're talking about. he warned us, but we still went up there for food. So we missed an entire match. So
I completely forgot. I know I was looking through I was looking at the ring, and then I saw Dean stand up and Dean go like this. And I completely forgot about it. I was like, I wonder what he meant by that. And then, like, as I'm walking back to my seat, I was like, oh, yeah, no, I know exactly what he meant by that now. Because I took 15 minutes to get 2 tacos, and I didn't even get 2. I only got 1. Right. Anyways, but yeah, no, I mean, that match possibly could have been. But, I mean, between, like, and don't get me wrong, like, we're going to talk about this match next. But, you know, and it was a good match, but it was meant that match had a really great story to it. This next match we're going to talk about, Ryan the Infinite and Pariah. That match had a great story to it, but as far as like the matches that made me go ooh and ah, would be Tobias, and then the main event, the triple match in the main event. Yep. Those 2 matches made me go, oh, okay, all right. You know, there. I mean, it's KCXW. Like, it's a great promotion, but you know, a lot of those guys are getting into the business, haven't been doing it a long time. You know, it's not a place full of veterans. I mean, like, they've got some great veteran talent there, but I mean, like, it's not like it's young, it's young up and coming people.
Yep.
And so, like, but you go back and you watch that main event. That main event flowed really well. And like I said, that Tobias Storm thing. If that kid, like I said, if that kid was 6'2", 6'3", he'd be a fucking star. I mean,
we'd be watching him on Wednesday nights or Monday nights, not the KCXW, right? Yeah,
yeah.
And who knows? He could very well get to those places, and probably will, with as talented as he is. But yeah, so yeah, man. So the Infinite and Pariah battled for that Metro Championship, as we talked about, and we had on the show back. God, what was that? 4 months ago, we had Ryan the Infinite on, not too long after he won that Metro Championship. So he's had it for quite a while. And he's defending it against Pariah, who was his former partner, who helped him, quote unquote, get the Metro title. And it was a great match, man. I absolutely love Ryan's gimmick. His whole get up with the glasses, the flashing thing he has in his mouth that flashes when he comes to the ring. He just looks, and he's a big man. I commented on his Instagram. It might have been Shylin. She posted a picture, and it was her, Ryan the Infinite, a couple other like fans, and a couple other wrestlers. And I commented on there, and I said, you know, I forget how big Ryan the Infinite is until he's standing next to other humans, because he just towered over everybody.
Yeah.
But the match was fantastic. And like you said, it was one of the ones that had the most backstory to it. And it played out very well. And Ryan did end up getting the win in a very disturbing fashion, but he got the win. And he's still the Metro champion. So he moves. He's going on to the next guy or gal, whoever wants to challenge for that. I loved it. It was a great match.
Indeed, it was. The next match we had was the Marksman and JC Thunder. Now, here was the stipulations to the match was loser leaves town. Now, when JC Thunder came out and says, "I've got one better for you," how about loser retires forever? And the match started. I think he means concessions suck. And yes, the food was all right. I mean, like I was looking. Anytime there's authentic Mexican food, like I'm down with the brown. Yeah, it does not matter if it's authentic Mexican food. I'm in it to win it. So, but it was not worth the 15-minute wait that made me miss that 6-pack challenge, and then also only give me one taco when I ordered and paid for two. Anyways,
Chase does not forget, just so you guys know.
Yeah, I do not. Oh man,
no forgiving, no forgetting.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Just ask the pageant. Anyways, so it was just weird for me because, like, JC has always been like he's always been a fan favorite, from what I can remember. And then when he came out to quite a bit of boos, like so it was kind of weird.
Yep.
And the other guy kind of acted like he was kind of playing up the heel role, but he was getting quite a bit of cheers. So I don't know what it was, but
yeah, I don't know if there was a double turn there or what, but yeah, it was a weird scenario there.
Yeah, but the Marksman wound up getting the victory over JC Thunder.
Yep.
And JC Thunder threw his elbow pad out into the crowd, and the little kid grabbed it and threw it right back at him. So
it was cool to see. He got a send off, but when he got back to the backstage, obviously it's a big open area, so there's no it's not a room; it's just a big open top facility. And when he left and went backstage, the wrestlers backstage kind of cheered for him and kind of gave us an ovation that we could hear from the crowd. So it was pretty cool to hear that. So it was a good match. You could see the Marksman kind of playing up the knee injury, whether or not that's a legit or a kayfabe injury. He played it up very well. So, super fun match, but man, main event time. Our guest last week, and if you guys have not checked that out yet, go to our YouTube page. We have the interview on our YouTube page. The I-70 hot tag. We have Renee Martinez from the Wrestle Talk podcast. He came on and kind of did his best deciphering El Diablo's words, and so go check that out. But El Diablo taking on I'm down with the Brown. I know I heard that, Brian. El Diablo taking on Hollis Garreau and the realist Calvin Aldridge for the vacant KCXW championship. As you said, with the Season of Excellence title match was probably the only competition for match of the night, other than the 6-pack that we didn't get to see. But all three of these guys just poured their hearts into this match. I know El Diablo was kind of on the outside for the majority of it. For storyline purposes, he did lose his mask, came back out with a new one, which is kind of cool to see. But Calvin Aldridge, the realist, he outlasted both of them, both El Diablo and Hollis Garreau, and became the new KCXW champion. Like I said, this match was a fantastic main event. A lot of high spots, a lot of top rope, a lot of fast pace, and hell of a way to send off a crowd. Happy, honestly, because that match tore it down, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, it was. I think that obviously the crowd popular move was El Diablo, but Calvin is extremely talented, and I think that I think it'll work for El Diablo to keep chasing it. So.
Yep.
So that kind of wraps up our coverage of KCXW Destiny, guys. Like I said, if you are watching this and you are in the Kansas City metro area, in the Missouri, Kansas area at all, willing to make the travel within reason, definitely go check out a KCXW event. It's a small family friendly thing, and it's definitely worth a gander with the kids or stuff like that. So it's lots of fun.
Yep.
We've got an event announcement for the Kansas Wrestling Alliance. The Kansas Wrestling Alliance presents Wrestle Brawl 2 at Memorial Hall in Hutchinson, Kansas on December 3rd. WWE Hall of Famer and wrestling legend Ricky Morton and his son Kerry Morton will be in Hutchinson, Kansas for this.
Yeah, so this another KWA branded event, and I'm not sure if I really wish we could get somebody on that can kind of. I may work on that because the KWA kind of seems like they're the hierarchy of XWE and UUCW and PCW, which has not ran an event since we've started this, Prairie Championship Wrestling. But KWA seems like the kind of the hierarchy of there, and they're having a Wrestle Brawl too. So I'm sure they're going to have a PCW title match. UUCW is probably going to be there. XWE is going to be there. And hey, if you're in Hutchinson, Kansas or around there, you're going to be able to meet WWE legend Ricky Morton. So Memorial Hall, Saturday night, December 3rd. That is a December event. It's a ways out, but we did want to let you guys know that in December, Kerry Morton's going to be in the area.
Absolutely. And then we also have XWE Haunted Havoc coming up in a couple of days on October 22nd. They've had a match announcement for the Women's Championship match in a steel cage. We're going to get Stormy Renee versus Miranda Gordy defending her title.
Whew.
So Miranda Gordy defending her title the same night that her husband is defending his title.
I'm not 100% sure that they're married.
They're life partners.
But they're life partners, correct.
Yeah. Yes,
So it is kind of cool to see that they're both champions in the same promotion, though. That's kind of cool.
Absolutely.
But man, XWE Haunted Havoc happening this Saturday night, guys. If you don't follow them on social media, go check them out. This Haunted Havoc event they have a ton of cage matches. The world title match is going to be a cage match. This match is going to be a cage match. There's going to be a War Games match. There's going to be a 4-on-4, I believe it's 4-on-4, War Game style match. So there's a ton of matches here, guys, on XWE. Go check them out, man. They're not that far away from Kansas City. I believe they run in is this match Salina, Kansas. So
Salina Fieldhouse.
So yeah, guys, go check them out. And Miranda's fantastic. Stormy Renee is fantastic. Niles Planque, Kuda is going to be there. XWE, man, that's one that we need to make our way out to because that's not that far away from us.
Absolutely. Hunter Dillon, who's watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/CRmedia1988. Hunter says, current Rocky Mountain Pro Lockettes champ Miranda is amazing. Yes. Miranda and Niles frequent through Rocky Mountain Pro. Rocky Mountain Pro, if you guys have not seen, they replay their shows on Twitch. It's a fantastic independent organization in the Colorado area. Lots of fun. So definitely make sure you check them out. A lot of big names have come out of there.
Yeah,
a lot of big names. So especially in our area, the Howlets came from Rocky Mountain. Dak Draper came from Rocky Mountain.
Yeah,
there's
the
a
Mile
few
High Magnum is what they what he's called. So yeah, NWA, man, can you believe that he's up doing some work up for NWA now? So super excited for him. So
that is correct. So GloryPro, the Relentless, they announced Sunday, October 30th. They're back in the Soulard. Of course, the official after party of the Relentless is at DB Sports Bar. Fans 21 and over can join some of your favorite GloryPro stars for $1 J-Box tacos, $2 draft, Busch Light, and $3 shots all night. So definitely make sure you check that out. GloryPro, the Relentless. Shiloh will be on that show as well.
Yeah, at the South Broadway Athletic Center, which seems to be a very popular venue in St. Louis. I know we went to the pageant, but the South Broadway Athletic Center, or the athletic club, is we've seen GloryPro run multiple events there. MMWA has ran multiple events there. I'm not sure if WrestleMax runs there either, but that's like a big wrestling venue there. So
nice.
GloryPro, man, go check them out.
Yeah. Anytime GloryPro's not running at the pageant, definitely go check them out. Hunter Dillon says, got to support my Colorado friends, even though I'm about 2,000 miles away. Yeah, I thought about that, Hunter. I saw you were on the East Coast, and I knew that like you're like a moderator or some shit for Rocky Mountain Pro or for Yaden, and I was like,
yeah.
Damn, that's like us and Raz Scott. So.
Yeah.
And then Dean says Shy Lim will be on that show as well. I assume he's talking about XWE, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't think I've seen Shylin and GloryPro before, but
hey, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
I'd love to see her wrestle in GloryPro.
So speaking of the next event that we're going to, UUCW Wild for the Night, United Underground. Are you ready to get wild for the night on November 4th? They make their return to the Temple Live Wichita. After an impressive win in a triple threat main event, Matt Sydal is coming back to the Temple, but who will step up to the challenge? They have several UUCW debuts, such as Trey Miguel from Impact Wrestling, Tito Valentino, Heather Reckless, and Conan Lycan. Get your tickets now. The I-70 hot tag will be in attendance, guys. So make sure you come out to UUCW on November 4th. Come say hi to the I-70 hot tag and enjoy a fantastic night of wrestling. The premiere is going to be there. That's how you and I landed on this predicament of going to this event. So
yeah, man, this is going to be I'm excited for this. We're going to see premiere, but I'm also excited to see Stormy Renee is one of my favorites to see live. But Heather Reckless, man, like she was supposed to be in GloryPro at the event that we went to live, and for whatever reasons, it's card subject to change. She was not there, so we weren't able to see her in person. So, but she's going to be there at UUCW in Wichita, guys. Remington Roar is going to be there. Gideon Vane is going to be there. Chris Vale is going to be there. Hey, our friend from last week, Renee Martinez, is going to be at UUCW. Paradox, there's a ton of and Trey Miguel from Impact, guys, and Matt Sydal. from AEW. I can't wait. Like, and just so you guys know, like, we are working, and I'm gonna kind of go into I'm gonna go peek behind the curtain of the I-70 hot tag. We are working extremely hard to get AEW superstar Matt Sydal as a guest on the I-70 hot tag before UUCW Wild for the Night comes on to promote that event. So stay tuned, guys. It's very, very, very close. We're very close to booking him on our show. So stay tuned, and we can't wait, man. That's if we can get him, that's big. That's big.
Yeah. Very, very exciting. Like I said, hopefully, like Josh said, hopefully we've finished cracking all those codes, but that's what we are going towards.
Up, down, down, left, right, ABA, select, start.
That's right. But no, we are super excited because we're gonna go drive all the way to Wichita, watch this event, and then drive all the way back, and then the next day will be the 5th of November, CSW Vendetta. So on Saturday evening last week, we went live right when we got to the KCXW event. We went live in the parking lot to make the official match announcement for CSW Vendetta. The Howlets, Anaya and Hoodie, with their manager Froz, will take on Spitfire Davey Vega and the Bounty Hunter Brian Keith. So yeah, the official sponsor of that match is going to be the I-70 Hot Tag, guys. We are the only podcast sponsor for CSW Vendetta. So the CSW tag match is brought to you by the I-70 Hot Tag. We, Josh can tell you as well, but we are super, super excited to sponsor another, event match with CSW. Anytime we get to work with CSW, we're always excited. So, make sure you get your tickets. We're going to be at a different location this time, as we talked about earlier in the show. But we are going to have a table set up, and, so come say hi to us. Come enjoy a fantastic night of professional wrestling. CSW puts on great shows, so definitely want to see you guys there.
Yep. So, as you know, keep it on the CSW train here. We got a couple avenues we want to go down here. So if you guys follow their social media platforms, as previously announced, Arjun Singh is going to be going one-on-one with Mighty Micah at CSW Vendetta. And Arjun and Roscoe sent in a video clip to their CSW Facebook page and social media page. So they did post that very recently. So we're going to play that video clip now for you guys.
I'm going to need your finest bottle of champagne and your best table. Where is it? What do you want, sir? Would you like to sit at the bar? Just make it happen. What's this we stuff? You got mice in your pocket or something? We would never sit at the bar. Only total losers sit at the bar. And we ain't losers. We sit up here on the stage. We're elevated because we're above the people. Rostro. What is this? I don't know who these people are. They must not know that we're going to sit at that table. Hey, you people, what are you doing over here? About to eat dinner. No, you're not. Get out of there. Hey, who are you? Don't worry about it. This table's reserved for royalty. Get up and get out. Okay. Come on over, Your Highness. Come on over. Ah, here we go. Now this is looking real nice here. Okay, this is the kind of stuff that we like to have. And where's that champagne, garçon? Fill her up, will you? We're here to celebrate because The Central States Wrestling has just moved to a brand new venue off the 18th Street Expressway in my homeland, KCK. That's right, we're moving back to the county. And we're going to have wrestling matches there on November the 5th. So here's to it. Now that's good stuff there. That's good stuff. Now let me tell you something. The Premier have a well-deserved day off. But for you, my friend, I have set up a match with that tiny, mighty Micah. And you're going to get in the ring with him, and you're going to tear him to pieces, and he's going to wish he never stepped in there with you, isn't he? And I can't wait to see it. Oh. So here we go. Oh, man, this looks so good. I can't wait to dig in.
Bonjour,
What's this?
Mr. Leach.
Yeah.
The phone is for you.
For me? Well, who even knows I'm here? This is Roscoe Leach. Who's this? What? I told you the check is in the mail. I'm sorry. I seem to have misplaced my wallet. I don't know what I did with it. Yeah. I just gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. I gotta go.
No, I'm not paying for this. He's gonna pay for it. Put it on his tab. Going back to Mighty Micah, and I will be fighting November 5th at CSW. Well, you don't have the elegance, you don't have the class like Arjun Singh does. So I'm gonna enjoy this meal. I'm gonna devour myself with the best meal out there in Kansas City. Because Papa has a delicious meal, as you can see that. But I'm gonna destroy you. The only time you get in the ring is the thumbs up. That's it. After that, I'm gonna destroy you.
What a promo.
The hell, Roscoe Leach is out there just running around in the street of Kansas City.
Yep. And then Arjun said put it on his tab. So, and as we saw, he didn't get his tab covered. So
nope.
The another match that has been announced for this event is one of the I-70 Hot Tag's favorite guests to have had on, the best pizza maker, Luigi Primo, against the big strong boy, Ethan Price. And I think Luigi Primo posted a promo on social media not too long ago. And I think Josh, you've got it for us right now, don't you?
Yes, sir. Let's play it now.
All right.
Luigi Primo, and I make the best of pizza. On November 5th, I return to a Central States of Wrestling to take on the biggest, stronger boy, Ethan Price. It's not the first time we've clashed. And in fact, the last time we were in the ring, you snuck one over on me when Naza Plonke hit me from behind. And you're a bigger boy. It's like, well, Naza Plonke, I had taken care of him, and now it's the time to take care of you. You're going to feel my pizza slices across your bigger, stronger chest, and it's going to leave a mark red like a marinara. I can take anything you can dish out and give it back to you in a pizza-oriented fashion. You know, you sneaking a victory on me, that made me pretty mad. But you know what made me the most mad, Ethan? It's when 5 years ago you said my mustache looked gross. Well, since that time it's grown thicker and bushier. It's not gross. It's a good and healthy mustache from Italiano. So I'll see you on November 5th, Ethan. And I'll see all of you in Kansas City at the National Guard Armory for Central States Wrestling. I'm Luigi Primo.
So, Do you think Luigi has a big, healthy mustache?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
But do you think Luigi's a big? Do you think he's the best pizza maker, or do you think he's the best pizza chef? What you think?
I think it's whatever I want it to be. So that's what I think.
Well, it's definitely not best pizza share.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, Brian. I had to do
that. Brian J. Bebe must have broke out the whiskey early tonight.
Anyway, guys, CSW Vendetta, November 5th at the Kansas Armory National Guard. It's going to be a fantastic event.
Another event that your boys, the I-70 Hot Tag, is going to be at.
Yeah, look at that. So. Right there. We're sponsoring the Howlets against Davey Vega and the Bounty Hunter, Brian Keith. So check us out, guys. We're going to be out. We're going to have a table like Chase said earlier. We're going to set up shop, and it's a new venue. It's going to hold more people. So as you guys know, at Horseman Country, we basically broke the doors down with they broke the doors down with the capacity, and I think this is going to allow more people in there, guys. So kudos to CSW. I think this is going to be a sellout, and this event's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
Absolutely. So speaking of our next event, World League Wrestling has an event announcement. In addition to that, the next live WLW event has been announced and will be happening on Saturday, November 5th. The WLW 23-year anniversary event will be taking place at the house that Harley Race built, and the hype is kicking off in a huge way. As former WLW heavyweight champion and tag team champion and the current NWA World's heavyweight champion, Trevor Murdoch will not only be in attendance, he'll also be wrestling that night. So tickets for this event are on sale right now. So head over to harleyrace.com to purchase yours while you can, as this event is more than likely expected to sell out, guys. Yeah. So, the great thing about it is, it's deep into the heart of Missouri. We've got CSW right over here in the Kansas City, Kansas, kind of like KC-Mo, Kansas City, Kansas area to worry about and sell out, while those guys in the center of Missouri are worried about selling out that great event. So no matter where you're at in Missouri, guys, you've got two great choices on Saturday, November 5th. So definitely check it out.
And we'll probably talk about this on Monday on the pit stop with Anaya. Not with Anaya, but the pit stop with our special guest, Anaya. Hey, what's going on, that wrestling lady? Appreciate you joining in. We're just kind of talking about our upcoming events here coming in Kansas and Missouri. But for WLW, guys, it was announced, if you guys don't follow their Facebook page, that Trevor Murdoch is going to go one-on-one with Moses the Deliverer. It's going to be past versus present is what they're billing that as. So the NWA heavyweight champion, the world's heavyweight champion, Trevor Murdoch, is taking on the former. If you guys didn't know, we did not break down that event. Superstar Steve did defeat Moses the Deliverer for the WLW heavyweight championship. So he is the current, he holds the title now. Superstar Steve does, but Moses is the longest reigning WLW champion in history, I believe. So it's going to be fun to see past versus present Trevor come in there and take on one of our young and up and coming wrestlers, is Moses. So November 5th, if you're in the St. Louis, Troy's kind of on the St. Louis area. It's over on that side of the state. So go check them out on November 5th, because if you can't make it to Kansas City for Vendetta, go to Troy, Missouri, and check out WLW.
Yeah, so speaking of like the St. Louis area, we've got WrestleMax St. Louis, episode 9. That's going to take place on Saturday, November 12th. We've got a match announcement for them. The Stallion Rogers answers the open challenge from Kareem So that match is going to happen, like I said, Saturday, November 12th, at WrestleMax St. Louis, episode 9.
Whew. Man, have you? So in GloryPro and probably other places as well, Stallion Rogers is known as Kurt Stallion. Have you seen any Kurt Stallion matches in person?
I have not.
This guy is phenomenal. Like
it.
I can't wait for this clash. And he, Karam, put that open challenge out for WrestleMax, and Stallion Rogers. I don't know if that's his new ring name or if that's just for WrestleMax. I'm not sure. He was known as Kurt Stallion. I know him as Kurt Stallion, but dude is a fantastic in-ring performer. So super excited for that. Yes, Vendetta for my birthday weekend. We will be there. We'll have a table set up. It is in a different location. Vendetta is at the Kansas Army National Guard. Or National Guard Armory? I'm sorry. In Kansas City, Kansas. It is not at the normal place that we saw you at last time. But yeah, if you guys come up, say hi to us, and we'll have a table as well.
Absolutely. Hopefully going to have more stickers to pass out and flyers, of course.
Yep.
So if you didn't get one, definitely check that out. If you guys were at GloryPro in Kansas Hall, you probably saw them.
Yep. I was many times in Kansas Hall. Yep.
All right. So staying with the St. Louis theme, we've got another match announcement here for the St. Louis Anarchy Mega Ticket. Gary J versus Derek Neal Part 2. We all remember how the first round went. Derek Neal won the Dingo Invitational, so he faced off against Gary J for the Gateway Heritage Championship. And I don't know what happened, but
2 minutes.
Derek Neal defeated Gary F and J in 2 minutes. Absolutely wiped. I mean, go back and watch that event, guys, if you can. Watch that match. I mean, you literally heard the air sucked out of every single person in that room. I mean, it was just nuts. As soon as, they're in the sound echoes a lot in that building, and the ref is smacking the wood, counting to 3. And as soon as his hand hits 3, it's just like somebody hit the mute button.
Yeah.
It just went complete quiet. So go back and watch that. Gary J's looking for redemption for that 2-minute defeat, and we are very excited for this match. Gotta make our way out to where my hotel was when we went to St. Louis for GloryPro, man. I mean, I was literally a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Illinois border. We've got to make it out to a St. Louis Anarchy show.
We will.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's one of the biggest ones we haven't been to yet. So,
yeah.
And yeah, if you guys tune into our show on the countdown video, we just changed it because it's about a month and a half old now. But we had the clip of Derek Neal winning the Gateway Heritage title, and it was only 45 seconds of a clip. I think it was just at a minute, and the match had just started. And Chase is right. If you go back and watch that, watch the crowd, because Gary J just have offense, and all of a sudden, Derek Neal gets him dingo driver 1, 2, and just watch the crowd as that referee's hand hits for the 3. Everybody was like, "Really? Did we just did that? Am I dreaming right now? Was
that an accident? Was that a botch?
Yeah. Did the referee mess up? No, Derek Neal, man. And then he went on, and then he wasn't even at the last St. Louis Anarchy event. He was at Disneyland. He said the St. Louis Anarchy crowd, St. Louis Anarchy does not deserve the Gateway Heritage Championship. They did not deserve the champion at their event. So he didn't show up. And He's finally going to be there, and he's going to defend his title against Gary J, who gets his rematch. So this is happening at Mega Ticket. So, man, it's going to be fun, man. We had Gary J, and if you watched our mid-show break, we had Gary J on a couple days before his big match against Derek Neal. And we are also going to have Derek Neal on the I-70 hot tag just a couple days before his title defense against Gary J. So November 17th, I believe. I don't have the graphic, but I believe it's the 17th is when we're going to have him on the show. So tune in there, guys. We're going to talk about his title win, his 2-minute title win, and his dominance, dude. If he's undefeated in St. Louis Anarchy, he's just mowing down opponents. So I can't wait to talk to him. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. So the next one we've got is Premier Independent Wrestling Wicked Games.
Yeah. So we kind of got a heads up at the last about this. They did have to cancel their event. This was posted on their Facebook page. So I'll read this kind of directly from their social media. Hello, PIW fans and friends and fans. Due to a scheduling conflict, unfortunately, we have to cancel PIW Wicked Games on Saturday, November 19th. That was set to take place in Perry, Kansas. At this time, we do not have a replacement date for it. Tickets sold for the event currently in the process of being refunded. We apologize to our fans as we never want cancellations to happen. Please keep an eye out for future events. Now, this is not like what we saw with Show Me Pro Wrestling last week. This is not what we're going to see like we saw with ICWF. This is just a bad luck. I'm going to take this off the screen. This is just a bad luck scenario where, from what I understand, it was a scheduling conflict with another company, another event happening at that venue, that a written contract was not in place, and they decided to go with the other company or the other event or whatever the hell was going on there. I don't know. But PIW is not going anywhere, guys. So don't think they're closing like ICWF. Don't think they're going anywhere like Show Me Pro Wrestling. They are going to still be alive and well. This is just a mishap with scheduling at the venue. And as you know, I couldn't even imagine. Like think about it, Chase. Like, if you and I decided to put on a wrestling event and we book a venue and we say, yeah, we're going to do it. We start promoting it. And a couple weeks later, they're like, you know what? We're gonna book a high school basketball game at this venue instead, or whatever, whatever. You know what? We don't think your wrestling event's gonna do good. Whatever the case may be. I'm not sure what the situation is, but that's my perception of what happened. Is they decided to book somebody else that they thought was gonna be a better attraction, I guess. And that's unfortunate, man, because I think that show would have sold out, and they would have there has been a lot of fans turning out for that event. And but like I said, PIW is not going anywhere, and they keep an eye out for their next event, because they should once they announce, I'm sure they're going to have something something to bring to all you fans out there who wanted to come see their event. So you are muted, I think, sir.
So Josh, you of all people should know that I'm not the I am not the best person at keeping it cool when stuff like that happens. So I mean, obviously, if it happened to us, as we saw with the pageant in St. Louis, I would have no problem letting everybody know what I think about their establishment. So, Yeah. So that's it is very unfortunate when that happens, and if that ever did happen to us, then I would let the entire world know what I think of that. So, anyways, Tri-States Wrestling. Davey Richards is holding a wrestling seminar at the Macon County Fairgrounds Youth Center in Macon.
Macon,
Say that.
I think.
Macon. Is it like bacon just with
I think it's just bacon with an M. We know bacon quite well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We are bacon experts. Anyways, Davey Richards will be there holding a wrestling seminar with Tri-States Wrestling. Super excited. If you're in that area, definitely get out there and check that out. Saturday, December 15th or December 17th, sorry. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., 2 hours for $25, guys. Not that bad. Definitely cool. And Davey Richards is a phenomenal talent. So go soak up all that knowledge. That if I was one of those kids at XWC or the Kansas City Wrestling Academy, I would gladly pay that $25 and head out there to go see what that's about, to soak up any of that I could. So, Josh, this kind of brings us to the end of the show here, man. Do you want to let the viewers know about any upcoming wrestling events?
Yeah, so we've got to kind of round out October, guys. We've got 4 events coming up, 2 this weekend. So if you are in the Kansas area, XWE Haunted Havoc in Salina, Kansas. So if you're in the Kansas City area, roughly, it's only about, I'm not sure how far Salina is, about an hour or so away from us, maybe 2 hours. But that's a steel cage themed event. So you're going to get steel cage matches for their world title match, their women's title match. There's a War Games match there. Lots of steel cage matches for XWE and Salina. Same night, October 22nd, Grendel Wrestling from dusk until dawn in Sauget, Illinois, just on the other side of St. Louis. Gary J, Dak Draper, Tootie Lynn, Moses the Deliverer, Raheem Delasuade, Ethan Price, all scheduled to be there. That event looks fantastic. So, including St. Louis Anarchy, Grendel Wrestling is an event, a promotion that we need to get out to as well. So they run in Sauget, Illinois, which just to kind of get away from that athletic commission, I'm assuming, just like Anarchy does. So October 29th, the next weekend, Cape Championship Wrestling down in southeast, Missouri. Hardcore Halloween, Marco Stunt, and Swoggle are going to be in a tag team match against each other. They're going to be on opposing teams. So that's going to be a fun match to watch and a fun event. I think Slammer's going to be there. Shailin's going to be there. Couple other, I believe we talked about a KCXW themed. They didn't do this on purpose, but there's a 4-on-4 match or a 3-on-3 match that had, and one team had all KCXW guys on it. So that's going to be fun to watch there. That's on the 29th. The next night on Sunday, GloryPro likes to run on Sundays, which is puts them by themselves because no other event runs on Sundays. So they're by themselves on October 30th. GloryPro presents the Relentless at the South Broadway Club in St. Louis, Missouri. New champion, the Quad Father, Camaro Jackson, surely going to be in attendance. We talked to our guest, Anakin Murphy. Him and Davey Vega are going to defend those tag titles against Team Bussy. Everyone is just clamoring for those tag titles. Effie, Alley Catch. That's going to be a fun match to be. Who else? There's a fantastic women's match. And I'm drawing a blank on on the names who are going to be there. Go to their Facebook page, GloryPro. We are GloryPro on their social medias, and you'll be able to see the entire card that they've posted so far. This is an event that I wish I was going back to St. Louis to see, because we had a blast. Yes, we talk shit on the venue on the pageant, but overall, GloryPro put on one hell of a show, and we're gonna go back to St. Louis. Whether yes, we're gonna see Anarchy. Yes, we're gonna see Grendel, but GloryPro is one that I definitely want to go back to see as well. So the Relentless, October 30th, that kind of rounds out our October. And just to we've already talked about it, November 4th, Friday, Wichita, Kansas, UUCW, Wild for the Night. The I-70 hot tag will be in attendance, and the very, very, very next night in Kansas City, Kansas, CSW, Vendetta, I-70 hot tag will be there as well. So lots of good stuff coming up, man.
Yeah, just to kind of talk about the Relentless a little bit more, and I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but they're also going to have Tootie Lynn versus Raheem De La Suede. And I think the female match you were talking about was Heather Reckless and Blair Onyx.
Yes, that's definitely the one I was talking about. Yep.
So yeah, guys, that kind of tags out the future indie shows. Make sure you check out the pit stop on Monday with Anaya Howlett, and then of course next week the hot tag, Ethan Price, the big strong boy. It's going to be super fun, guys. We appreciate you joining in with us tonight. Appreciate you hanging out with us for our Anakin Murphy interview. My good friend, I think that's all I got for us tonight.
That's it, man. Appreciate you joining, man. This is week 1 with StreamYard. I like it.
Yep. I like it quite a bit too. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around because we're going to raid out tonight. And as you guys know, those raids were super beneficial to getting us where we needed to be on Twitch. And so there is a Twitch guy who helps us out all the time. He always hooks us up. So if you're watching on Twitch, guys, make sure you stay tuned for the raid. We're gonna raid out Dad Trainer. Other than that, if you're watching on the I-70 hot tag, greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. That's all I got. Josh, you got anything?
Good fight and good night.
Hey, don't if you don't mind. Boom.
Oh, we're still live. We're good.
Okay. All right, sir. You can go ahead and end that.